These tulips are looking their absolute best at the moment, and it isn't by chance. There are just a few things that I tend to do every year to ensure that they come back for me as beautifully as they currently are, and that they reliably flower as brilliantly and as boldly as they do each spring. The first of these actually happens months ago when you plant them. The biggest mistake that most people make, or some people make, is actually planting tulips too early. The temptation is always there in the earlier months of autumn or even late summer these days, when bulbs are displayed in nurseries and garden centers, and then to put them in the ground when the weather is still pretty pleasant and pretty comfortable. However, this is a mistake. It is really better to wait as late as possible even to plant the tulips. I have found the best times to be middle or late November and early December as well, even into December and sort of into the mid part of December. Is when I prefer to plant them. Yes, the weather out there is potentially horrid. It isn't the best time to go into the garden, and it certainly doesn't inspire much gardening, but it does really help the quality of the flowers. Tulips need cold to develop well, and by planting them late in the year, you're also potentially assisting them to escape the perils of fungal diseases which tulips could get if they are planted too early. So by planting them late, you expose them to more cold, and this just ensures that their blooms come back better, bigger, and stronger every year. So getting the timing right is really your best friend, and it really just helps with establishing them and helping them to grow away in the colder months when you think nothing is actually happening underfoot. The second is something that a lot of people actually don't realize, and that is that not all tulips are bred to perform like this year after year. It does pay off to be a little bit selective with the varieties that you want to grow in the garden. You do get varieties that are what I like to call once-off winners, and they perform super well the first year when planted, and you tend to think, well, this is a good variety, let's plant it in the garden, and unfortunately the next year they don't come back quite as vigorous and as impressive as they did the first year. And for some people that's absolutely fine, because they do look good in the garden even if they are slightly smaller. But if you want a consistently big, impressive display, then, like I say, choosing your variety is your best bet. I can make an entire video just on varieties of tulips to grow and choose, but for the simplicity of this one, my recommendation would be to choose anything that has Darwin hybrid written in its name, because those are known to be really reliable performers year after year. And last but certainly not least is the third point, which I said is where most people go wrong, and that is deadheading. Once a tulip has finished flowering, it really is advisable to absolutely remove the spent flower. You can keep the stalk, but as long as you deadhead the plants, that energy gets diverted into the bulb, and this really helps the quality of the tulip in the next season. I would add as an extra, just say, leave the foliage in place, because it is the leaves that convert all the energy back into the bulbs, and that will then translate into healthier and bigger blooms next season. So even though the leaves might not look very good later on in spring, when all the tulips have finished flowering, it is really important, imperative even, that they get left alone, and that they are allowed to die down naturally, brown and die down naturally, as this really gives the tulips their best chance at coming back again better than ever in the next year. It really is a very simple practice, but it makes all the difference. So there you have it, 3 simple and easy yet very effective tips on what to do to ensure that your tulips come back looking like this year after year. Let me know in the comments if you grow tulips as annuals, or perhaps you do want them to come back and be perennials for you. Let me know what varieties you tend to grow, and if these tips that I've provided are anyway rules that you tend to follow as well. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.